There we go. Alright. How's it going, y'all? I haven't streamed on here in a long time, it feels like. Got OBS set up here. Streamlabs is set up for the official game dev channel, but I have OBS here for my channel. I haven't streamed on Twitch, just me on my personal channel for a long time. I tried out Kick for a little bit. That was like once or twice. Trying this again, we'll see. There's obviously pros and cons for both. You'll probably know that. But I want to play some Solar Purge tonight. I want to see how far we get. I was gonna plan on doing a little bit of campaign, a little bit of the new Hollow Chamber extinction mode, which is really freaking hard. Thank you, Roger. So let's jump into this. Let's see here. If y'all have any questions about the game, be sure to let me know. This is an early access right now. Let's see, continue. I don't remember where I left off. I kind of want to start a new game. I want to do it from the beginning. And let's do... We'll do extreme.
Choose your hero.
Choose your hero. Let's see here. Oh, I changed the difficulty. Extreme, there we go. Assassin, Engineer, Juggernaut, Stryker. Kind of want to do Stryker. I really enjoyed the build that I did in the last stream. Let's do... Yeah, let's do her. If the audio is too loud, let me know. There we go. And I'm going to actually switch the chat and put it here, maybe. That's kind of a weird spot for it, but maybe like right there. That could work. All right. Correctional Services Corporation. Not only are you a prisoner in space, they're making money off of you. SCV ready. Mine those crystals.
External sensors have detected an incoming pirate attack. As per your incarceration contracts, all guests are required to report to the cell blocks effective immediately.
Here we go. Escape Lockjaw Prison. This was a challenging and fun map to work on. Turned out very differently than we had anticipated, but I really like this level. The guy that did the block out now works for id Software. He's a fantastic level designer. Let's open this up here. There we go. I like all the dirt and grime that our lead artist added to the environment. Gives a little bit of grittiness. Oh, I have a skill point.
Security is job 1 at CSC. Thank you.
You know, I think I'm gonna start with that, and then I may go for some of the other STEM skills. I got a shotgun. We're gonna do close range all the way around.
Weapons discharge is not permitted.
Excuse me.
Outside of prisoner testing areas.
Explosions everywhere. I believe the game is still 30% off on the Humble store right now. The shoot 'em up Steam sale has already ended, but if you want to get a copy, it is on sale right now on the Humble store. Just search for Solar Purge. Get you that discount. Hurry, Crane, I need you to move the things. See if I can go for the cash back here. Oh, God, that hurts so bad on extreme. And I guess I'll spoil the secret here. If you let the crane do its thing, there is a secret over here to the side. Grab that cash. Go back this way. Explosions galore. This was actually kind of funny. The guy that I work with, his name is Ben, we got to kind of decorate the environment after the other designer had gone through and done the blockout stage and scripting all the events and whatnot. We went back through and it's like, oh, let's tell a little story in every single spot of the levels. So it's like, okay, there were bots that run the prison, so there's some dead caught on here, and this is a little, if you've ever seen The Wizard of Oz, that's kind of a little joke. The legs sticking out underneath the house. And this section here is actually a reference to Serious Sam 3 with all the spider bots. If you ever played Serious Sam 3, there's a section where it has the kamikaze guy with no heads running at you with explosives in his hand. He's going, ah, and you shoot him, and then Sam goes, ah, put a sock in it. And then there's like 100 of them that come over the hill, and he's like, oh shit. Some more dead bots over here. I do have enough points for another skill unlock. It's probably not good to do it while I'm in combat. I've made that mistake too many times before.
Mining zone.
See if I can do it here, maybe.
1, 4.
I feel like I'm gonna need speed some kind of sim.
Remain in your cells.
I'm gonna try speed stim. There we go. I probably should do the health stim at some point, just because these guys hurt so much. They hit a lot harder in the higher difficulties now than they used to. Whoa! So I'm gonna save it for one of the next encounters here. Yeah, this one over here. So this is my normal speed, and then when I pop the speed stim, there we go. And currently, I do have... Whoa, that would have killed me. Woo! Get out of the way. There we go. We do still currently have power weapons on this level. So if I switch here, I've got a rocket launcher. I'll dispatch these guys. Goodbye. Use power weapons to deal massive damage. That is actually how I killed myself on the last Hollow Chamber extinction mode run on the last community developer stream. I don't remember if I had a shotgun or I feel like I used this plasma blast skill, and the bot was right in front of me and it blew up, but I was just barely inside of its radius. I thought I would be outside of it, but when it blew up, it killed me, and that ended my run right there. And that was like, ugh. But that's kind of the fun of the extinction mode, is you can kind of get into those really nitty gritty situations that you might not normally do on a lower difficulty. This area is one of my favorites in this map. The mining section itself, the mining zone as we call it. The other sections are more like prisoner transfer and materials transfer. So, and here you kind of get to see what, you know, the labor section looks like. So there is some StarCraft references in here. I'll let you see if you can find where they are. Might have something to do with these things here. Some of the inspiration from this level 2 came from a little bit of Halo 1. Definitely not a great movie, but a cool, like, lots of cool visuals. It was a movie with, was it Guy Pearce? Came out like 10, 11 years ago. It was called Lockout, I think. It's like, it's a prison, but it's not on Earth. It's in space. So there's a little bit of that there. Some other fun references. It's fun to source different, you know, other pop culture things and pull inspiration from them in designing stuff like this, especially for sci-fi. There's just so much good stuff out there to draw inspiration from. And then we obviously had our own kind of ideas about it. And there's dead bots and prisoners everywhere. I'm gonna go grab the cache here and here. This one has a little bit of a trap on it. Spawn other enemies there. And once you put up this shield, you can get access to this box here. I'm actually going to try the... Yeah, I want to do the grenade launcher. Oh, you know what? That was health, wasn't it? Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, okay, that's fine. I walked past it and I saw green. I was like, I don't need that. I'll take it, and it's gone. This area was a little bit different in the original version. I really liked what Ben did with this area. There's another... Fell apart. Oops. Dropped the boxes.
Your bioscans have been entered into
But the original layout was
computers hostile forces database.
pretty much you could come in through either door, and we were like, that's kind of confusing. Why would they both be open? Because you walk in and there's a turret there, and you can kind of walk past it. Like, that's kind of silly. So what we did was, like, at one point, yes, you could walk up both, and then Ben built this little layout here for blocking that side. But there is that chest over there is a little bit of, that's what we like to call like world building, or you know, environmental storytelling with the environment. That's really important. We think for that's one aspect you can kind of, you know, convey the world to whoever's playing. And, you know, it's not something you necessarily have to read. It's just something you get to see or experience, give you a little insight what happens. So same thing with this here. A dead body next to a turret. Obviously they were trying to run away. They just got shot down. All those little things we really love to do in the especially in the campaign. Hollow Chamber has its own rules for how it spawns in the layout and art and stuff, and we do try to do that as well, but because the computer's handling most of the heavy work, and we're setting rules, Roderick writes off those rules for how it gets generated. And those, sometimes those rules they have a mind of their own sometimes. But yeah, telling a story with the environment is very fun to do, and just a little. It comes down to lots of sometimes big details and a lot of little small details here and there. Just kind of hint at what happened here right before you got there, or a long time ago. What kind of a place is it? Oh, I need to run. Thank you, Speed Stem. That helped a lot, actually. Boom. Boom. Have a grenade. Ooh, I don't know if this is going to kill me or not. This is another secret over here. Don't tell anybody I showed you all this. Run. Did I just dump over all of that? That's pretty cool. I have not done that before. Usually it takes a lot of damage right there. Alright, let's kill this. Goodbye. Let's go grab this here. Going up. You know, and I do have split second. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Ooh. Yeah, you blow up your buddy. There we go. Okay. I can't stop and do it right. That makes it really difficult. Okay, so we have our plasma blast speed stem. I'm gonna put one into, excuse me, assault harness. I'm gonna put that on right bumper, and then I don't have another point to upgrade one of the other ones that I have currently, but probably when we get to the next level, it'll update. Okay. My back's been kind of hurting today. Sitting in this chair too long. Okay. We unlock that door. Let's go unlock this one. And as the final door before we go and fight the mini-boss. I really like the shotgun, the combat shotgun, but it does have pretty limited range. I know a lot of the QA team, some of the other people on the dev team really like the slug shotgun, which is a much tighter spread, but it goes further. I don't think the fire rate is exactly the same. I think it's a little bit. This does not fire as fast. I'm gonna get rid of that turret there. And let's pull out. Yeah. See how much does that? It's decent. And he only has one arm. That's another cool thing about the little storytelling aspect of it. If you notice, he got in a fight with some of these pirate aliens here, the Skorlak. I can't zoom in. The camera's kind of locked when I'm next to him, but you see right here, there's his other arm. It got completely blown off. So there's also ways like, hey, this is the first, boss we introduced to you. He's pretty easy to fight at the end of the first level, but he's a little bit weakened because he only has one arm. But you do see them again in this level. Two of them, in fact. Okay, so we just took the tram to get over here. Now we're in the cell block section, so everybody here gets shipped off to the mining zone back where we were, so they can kind of work off their debts, or just make the Correctional Services Corporation, the CSC, a lot of money.
Keep labor intake corridors clear of debris and contaminants.
Target destroyed.
All the debris and contaminants. Boom. There we go. See, you have all the cells down there. Some of those have new animations in this last update, I believe, so. We are currently on update 0.6.0.2. We pushed out a big update here recently. And then 2 hot fixes, because there's some navigation collision issues and an issue where it's kind of a weird bug oversight with the secret system causing issues with the save game data. So we had to go and fix those things and put out a fix. Whoa, that animation looked a little weird there. See, here's one of those little, sometimes we'll call these dioramas. Oh, shoot. I can't. They don't want me looking at that either. Don't stop and look around. You're not allowed to do that. But yeah, these little dioramas you can kind of see off in the distance of the background, just to show you what's going on around side, you know, the world that you're in. But sometimes you can't always access that stuff. It's either down below, off to the side where you can't get to it. Sometimes it's, you know, things that NPCs will do, especially on like Titus and Otarion. You see here, trying to get out. Let me out! It's alright, I don't have the key. Nope, he didn't make it. We have updated it since then, but at one point all of our NPCs were just this bald guy, and so no matter who you talk to, it was like the same bald guy. So we had to go and, you know, kind of change it up a bit. We got, you know, other characters in there now, and they have hair. Some of them don't, some do, some are older. That little variety there. It's like, hey, didn't I just talk to you? No, I'm so-and-so. Oh, you look exactly like the last guy. That's because it was. Oh my gosh, that guy hurts really bad. The shotgun security guards hurt really bad. Ow, yeah. You're dishing out as much damage to me as I am to you. Alright, so let's do this section here.
Remain sealed while the atmospheric control system is in operation.
Shadow for that fan is freaking out a little bit.
Access to atmospheric control zones is restricted to staff and automated services only. Currently dispatching security forces. Comply with all their instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Boom. Fight the elite guards. Elite guards destroyed. Alright, so grab some ammo over here. There we go. There's a CSC. Navisa Tarin. I don't speak Skorlak, but it's probably not good. I don't think he's invited me over for a beer. So I'll just solve it with my shotgun. Alright. Goodbye, Mr. Goblin.
Attention, invading Skorlak pirate force. You are in violation of the CSC regulations regarding unauthorized facility entry.
Like the Skorlak care. They don't give a damn.
From the Asrinin Customs Ministry for unauthorized.
You naughty pirates, you shouldn't be violating stuff that, you know, criminals don't care about. We're gonna find your ass. And then we're gonna find your ass. Find and find. Okay, there we go. You're supposed to go this way, but there's a cool little... It's not an official secret, but this cool little counter that Ben set up. If you get all the way to the edge, there's a trigger there that will spawn some dudes. And sometimes they will fly across. So if you're lucky, you get to see some drones flying across that gap in the bridge. All the explosions. So many explosions. Oh, you know what? I need the... Whoa! Whoa! No, 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 no. Oh! Damn. Okay. Yeah, keep coming. Keep coming. Stand in my line of fire. There you go, you dummy. Almost. Okay, it's going to be put at the last checkpoint. Good. Let's try that again, shall we? I stood too long there. I should have just kept going. That's the usual rule, and stuff's blowing up. Just keep running. Fire. Some of these guys here had some animations on them too, I think, at one point. That guy no, that's my reflection. I'll probably add, and that's something we do in early access, is go back to these maps and kind of give them a little bit of a touch up, you know, mainly more art things if we need to polish sections. This is one of the newer things that we added after the bridge falls here. You can see the Scorlacker fighting that mech there that you fought earlier, right? Obviously it's killed a couple prisoners trying to escape, but it's like, hey, who do I target? Those kind of things are fun to set up. Okay, now we're into oxygen generation. So, how do you generate oxygen in space? Plants and bottles, of course. I was about to say I almost wasted that ability, but no, I didn't. I forgot that guy was over there. Alright, we're gonna go and unlock the door. Notice that, yeah, I see all these plants here. Taking that carbon dioxide. Produce oxygen. Lots of fans in here too. Now this next section I really like, just kind of design and art-wise. It was very simple concept. I think Ben designed this area. So it's supposed to be just, hey, you come in here and then you go out, but what we decided to do instead is like, we have just a bombardment of enemies just from every side, so it's like, hey, I can't really leave until I kill them. And it ended up being really fun to kind of fight through. It's like, ooh, what happens when your way forward is kind of cut off? So there's a door here, you can't go that way. It'll spawn some more enemies. Try to go over here. Should be a trigger here too. Yep, there's some more. That door is locked. And we added a lot of cool lights and some pipes and things down there, so it makes it feel really large space to move through. We're all big fans of like gigantic architecture.
Experiencing radical decompression. All bio staff, proceed to the hangar bay and have your identification ready for inspection. All guests.
All
remain in
guests.
your cells and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
Boom. Yeah, and a lot of the prison is kind of designed to be very brutalist, which is, you know, harsh lines, hard edges. There's a lot of gray in here. You know, you're on an asteroid. Can't see the outside basically at all. You're inside of a deep pit, and we have to work our way to the surface, so that's kind of how we wanted you to feel when you run through these areas. So there's the military warehouse with all of the obligatory crates, because you know, every I don't want to say good level, but just every, seems like every sci-fi or mod, well, no, that applies to like stuff that's fantasy too. Is the levels just have crates in them. There's a funny video if you go and watch. It's on YouTube. It's kind of like the making of Halo 3. One of the things they talk about is the hey, this environment, it's not fun to play in. It's too open. Where's the routes for the infantry to move around? You know, we need to add some crates and boxes in there so you can fight around them and jump on top of them. And it's like it's like one of the easiest things to add to create gameplay, because you're moving around it and then on top of it or through it and spawn enemies out of it, you know, whatever that may be. But there's more crates. I thought there was a term for that. It's kind of can't let an area be empty. You feel the need to put something in there. I thought there's a term for that. Oh, I like this little diorama too. You can see all the Skorlack pirate ships coming in, and we got some of our turrets here, a little bit bigger ones, kind of fighting them off. This is defensive. Also over here, there's a couple more. I think it's just one more actually over here on this side. Yeah, there he is. You can see it up a little bit closer. See it fire. There we go. It's little fun dioramas. Got some floating asteroids here. We are in space after all. Ananke 29. Alright. I think a lot of gamers know this trick now. When you give somebody health and ammo and there's a little downtime, you know what happens next. But wait, there's two. And they have both arms. Provided by Calbrina Defense Enterprises. Boom. Woo! Whoa. No, 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 no. Whew. Save me. Who's that? Knock, knock. Boom. Goodbye. That's right, I'll take you on. I'm stronger than they are. Nope, that hurt. That hurt really bad. Maybe we should leave. It's time to GTFO. And we escaped. Goodbye, Lockjaw. Hello, Genesis 2 station. Hello there. I'm still working on this console for the cargo bay. Blasted thing just doesn't want to work. Music is a little loud in here. I'm going to turn it down just a hair so I can hear myself. I don't know if this applies to y'all. I'm one of those people that's like, if it's on an odd number, I get freaked out. The only exception is if it's a 5. Yes, I'm one of those people. It just bothers me. Same thing with the radio. I kind of have an old school dashboard in my car and my Expedition. It's still one of those that has, there's a CD slot for it. It was made in 2014, I think. And if I turn up the volume, it has like the little old school analog or like digital, I guess, little icons. It's like you turn it a little bit and it does one icon and then it'll do another one above it, so it's like 50%, 100%, and they'll go to the next one. If I leave it on to where it's just one at the bottom, I have to turn it up so it gets full or turn it down so it's the last one. It just bothers me. So as soon as we get here to the station, everybody's like, you've arrived. Oh, I hit that too quickly. There we go. You've arrived via a non-authorized activation of the jump gate. You need clearance from Lieutenant Anwar. You're not supposed to be here. I need you to proceed to the command center. Sure. I'll go to the command center. Where is it? Hollow chamber. What's this? Hello, Rufus. This is the hollow chamber. Command center is that way. Yeah, get out of here, you dumb mercenary. There's Lieutenant Anwar. All of the just about 99% of the characters on the NPCs on the space station have dialogue, so you can talk to all of them. And something we've done here recently as well, you can actually see their dialogue change when you come back, from a mission. So if I go into this next mission here, the planet Titus, and I come back, they'll either say, hey, did you find any, the bugs down there on the surface? Did you find so-and-so? that kind of changes as you do missions. So I'm gonna go talk to Anwar here. So you're the ones who came through the jump gate earlier. You need to talk to the commander, Draven. But right now the transmitter's down. We weren't expecting any new arrivals, but only the commander can activate our jump gate. Interesting. He said, the guard said, why are you here? So I guess you wouldn't be here if he didn't want you to be here. For now, I can authorize you to access the archives, but that's all I can do until I can get in contact with either Dr. Hadley or Commander Draven. Please be careful. There's a lot of sensitive equipment. He's saying don't touch anything. Let's touch all the things. Hello, Deborah. How are you? Everybody wants to get posted up here, but I'd rather be down on Titus where the action is. Uh-huh. I'm sure you would. And get killed by the giant bugs. It's off by 5. That's Ben in a nutshell. It's off by 5. He can look something in the editor and he'll tell me, it's like, that's off. It's like, how do you know? He's like, I just know. Maybe it's the same thing with the dial. You just know. I know because I'm looking at it. I'm telling you it's off by 5. The Resrena tech isn't designed for its users to just wing it. That's kind of an inside joke too. That's my that's my philosophy on how to build things or design things. He's like, no. Like one time we were doing some of the weapon manufacturers in here. One of the logos, you know, when you pull up the screen, it says like Nazana over to the bottom left. So there's logos behind the weapons. And we were working on it. And I was trying to get it where he was like, are you using the grid? Are you using math to align it? And I was like, no, I'm eyeballing math. He goes like, ah, why are you doing that? And I was like, okay, I'll let you do that. If you want to do it with math, that's fine. I will let you solve that one and make it perfect. Perfectly mathematic. That is fine. It's funny, everybody on the team has their own way of doing things, and it's funny. Somebody says, "Why'd you do it like that?" I was like, "That's how my brain works." With some things with art, I eyeball it. Other things I don't. It just depends on what it is. I do like the snapping tools and like if you ever use like Affinity Photo, Photoshop, they have those tools for aligning images and whatnot. I do appreciate things like that. And the command core, and I'm going to start the mission here in a second. If you kind of walk around the perimeter, there's some more NPCs out here. There's Dwayne. Have you heard Sparks and Murphy go on about these robot bodies? The Azrenan security forces would arrest you in a second if you were walking around looking like a fully autonomous robot. Those two never think anything through, and Sparks works in the command core. There's a certain older TV show. You might recognize some of the jokes, inside jokes from that. I won't say what it is. Maybe one of these days somebody will figure out those references. Hey, would you put your brain in a robot body? Sparks keeps asking me about it, but I think you'd inevitably end up... What? Hang on. No, because I'm talking to the mercenary. Wait, what were we talking about again? So, this is the archives area. You see these people kind of working and using these terminals and kind of acquiring data from the missions down on the planets and kind of putting it here into their kind of library. Encoded library. And over here, this is actually... Boom, boom. That's a secret there. This is the training simulator. So if you're on the main menu, you can actually access this, the training room. So you can kind of test out some of the weapons controls, fight some of the enemies. There's the explosive barrel room, you know, if you want to blow stuff up. That room is actually quite fun. Talk to Archivist. Have you seen this? Did you see what she's done here? When she said training simulator was important for the archive battle experience retrieval, I think she just wanted even more space to store junk. The worst part is I can't even figure out what she's done with all these cables. So yeah, this is Dr. Hadley's first kind of what we call the hollow chamber experiment, and that was the training room to prepare, you know, soldiers going down to the surface on Titus, and just for general combat training and research. Camille here says, got about 100 things to do and a lot of hours left doing my shift, and I don't have time to chat. Okay, you keep doing you. This is ridiculous. I tried heading for the barracks from the command center, and some brain-dead bot just kept asking me if I knew where Dr. Hadley was. Then I tried going the long way past the hangar and engineering, and soldiers wouldn't let me through. At this rate, I'll have to bunk down in the archives. There's like nowhere to sleep. I guess you could sleep on the floor. You could sleep maybe inside of the training simulator pod, perhaps. So this is one of the main sections you have access to. When you get to the station, you talk to those NPCs down there. This is that bot that she was talking about.
Urgent business requires my attention in the barracks. However, authorization has been repeatedly declined. I have been instructed to wait for authorization. Do you know Dr. Hadley's current location?
So this is one of our few actual voice lines that are in the game. We're working on getting some more, actually, specifically for the maintenance bots here. So shout out to Mr. Bones, aka Mr. Spooky. So you come in through the hangar, you have access to this command core outer ring, and then parts of it are shut off. So like engineering shut off, hollow chamber is shut off. If you talk to him, he'll tell you, yeah, it's off limits right now, so it's under construction. When you come back after Titus, some of these areas will open up a little bit more so you can see. And obviously in early access, you know, we open up more areas as we have more of the sections of the map that are completed on our side. And here's the infamous galaxy map. So if I click on the Genesis station, you can see some little details about that. And then I'm going to go over here to the station. Or I'm sorry, Titus. Just looking at the station button. So here we're going to have to fight some bugs and beasts. And if you notice in the enemy types, that's with the little ant icon and kind of the wolf icon. So every planet has a different assortment of enemy types. So and this also applies to, you know, your tactics for fighting them, and, you know, potentially what weapons might be and skills would be the best choice to fight them with. So I think we may have to use a health stem and upgrade that when we get here. So I'm not exactly sure. Mining and research colony. That is Titus, subject to high seismic activity. We're going to find out when we get there. We are adding secrets over time. That was one of the things we had to kind of disable in the last update, because it messed with the save game. And it's like, well, if we have to turn off secrets for now, that's okay, because there's not a whole lot of them, and we don't want to mess up people's save game data. So you may find it and it says you got it, but it doesn't save it yet officially. So, but we're gonna update that in future builds. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit start here. Let's go to Titus. I always like this cutscene, ship landing, and floating weapons. We gotta turn those off, I think. All right. Break the rocks. Hello, Foreman. Hey, looks like they's finally sent me some help. Doc Hadley ain't her an escort, or I can't. I was trying to read it, but it's like that accent. Dr. Hadley had her an escort. I can't do it. It's gonna make me laugh. Dr. Hadley had an escort, and we were in the middle of shutting down Site 1. It was a drill site to move all the main operations here. All of a sudden, we lost contact with him. But hey, first things first, I'll open up the security door and you can get a proper briefing. All right, let's go to this briefing. And squish some scorpions along the way, because why not? Chief Warrants Officer Sanders. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Welcome to Titus Operational HQ. I'm Sanders. Lieutenant Anwar told us to expect you. Our drilling operations have been completely offline. For years now, we've been dealing with major seismic events and increasingly hostile wildlife. Now some kind of electromagnetic pulse shorted out all of our equipment. Dr. Hadley became convinced she had some old records at Drill Site 1 that could get us back online. Now she's in the wind, and we don't have the active personnel to mount a rescue op, maintain a defensive perimeter. You got a lot of people here, though. There must be some nasty bugs out there. I need you to track her down. Head out to the eastern security gate and make for the Drill Site 4. Corporal Tyke should be able to provide you with some more current intel. Good luck out there. We're making every effort in here to keep our local comms active. Dismissed. So, obviously, we gotta save the day. Here's another cool thing that some of the dev team has done is, like, anytime you see tables like this, there's usually some sort of a hologram above that. So if you can kind of see that shape, you might see that later towards the end of the mission. And this guy is playing games. What are you doing? Go get the flag. I'm sniping. Boom, headshot. He's not working. That man is playing Galaga. Alright, so I'm going to grab some cash here. You talk to Chief Sanders. I got clearance. Or you have clearance. I'm not going to stop you. Keep an eye out in your flyout menu. Watch yourself around the drills. Will do. Thanks, sir. So we do have some extra points here, and before things get kind of hectic, I'm going to upgrade those here. So definitely that. And then I think next time I will either do... I might do this... Well, actually, I might pick one of the other skills so we can just kind of swap out and see what it's like. Yeah, they're already hitting pretty hard. Lots of bugs on this planet. Might remind you of a certain movie. It came out in 1997? 98? I don't remember. Something like that. Also had a lot of bugs in that movie. And the infamous line where the guy runs out in the middle of the base and goes, "Bugs!" It's a good movie. Alright. New battery required. So, Engineer Tyke told us to go grab a battery, and ooh, gotta fight some spiders here. Get away. Get out of my face.
Target destroyed.
That is a nice upgrade for the Plasma Blast. Is at upgrade 2 or 3, the range is dramatically increased. It almost doubles. Now the shots don't always hit because, you know, obviously it's a wider spread, but if it does, it can be pretty deadly. Where's that battery? There it is. Reboot the drill. Alright, let's go back outside. Corporal Tyke is sending us a message. Alright, we just saw the battery ping. Oh, where y'all going? I'm over here.
Reloading.
Go ahead and take it, plug it in. Let's start it up. Alright. Ta-da. And then, yep, let's go ahead and put it in. And we're going to have to stay nearby so it boots up all the way. I have to fire off my skills in rapid succession here when it gets a little hairy. This one is not as bad. Oh, I lied. We're going to have to do it right now. Oh, God, that hurts so bad. Oh, don't hit me. The hard part on these higher difficulties is if you have to stay inside of a zone to finish the objective. There we go. What is that, SMG? I might need something a little bit longer range so they don't get as close. Yeah, those first two enemies hit like a hammer. Damn. much ammo do I have for this? Oh, okay. I was like, that guy hit me for that elite enemy you see with the skull over his head. That hurt bad. Okay, there's a checkpoint nearby, which is good. I'm gonna pop my stim pack. The speed stim pack. There we go. Oh, I lied. It is kind of hard. It's extreme, in fact. Since we're on extreme difficulty. I would not probably recommend any new players on the extreme or brutal for first time. But that is completely up to you. If you want to go all in, you can certainly do that. But it's going to be a challenge for sure, so. Okay, good news. The drill is rebooted and ready to connect. But the bad news is that we have to, until we have the comms relay up, there's no network to connect to. I can redirect some of the power to your local node and open up the security gate on the hill. From there, you should be able to make your way to the relay tower and reactivate CommsNet. It's a bit of a journey, but once the net is online, we can figure out how to keep the rest of the drills from melting down. Also work on locating Dr. Hadley. So our next objective, we got to go find the CommsNet tower. Originally, this map was much more open, as far as like you would do this first section, and then once you were out here, it was very like go and turn on the drills, and I think there was like 4 or 5 of them, and it was kind of repetitive. It was fun in a way. It was very repetitive, and people were getting lost, and we were like, okay, well, we need to add a little bit more, I guess, structure and gating, like, you know, it's like, hey, you can't go, just like, I'm sorry, I hit the mic there, just like from that last second, it's like, I can't continue until I finish this this area, this objective, and then I'll kind of open up more to me as I go. So this drill operator here is looking for Nadia. Hope she's safe and away from the spiders. I'm gonna go this way here. And if you ever want to see where you are in the map, and the mini map is available, if you hit left on the D-pad, or you hit the letter M on your keyboard, it'll kind of give you a little picture of where you are in the world. So yeah, earlier, previously, this wall was not here. So if I go back up here, just to show you on the mini-map, this section you could walk all the way across. And we decided, well, that's kind of gets confusing, because then people don't end up down here where they're kind of supposed to be, looking for the drills and the batteries. And then we decided to add the CommsNet tower as like your main focal point once you get to this kind of southern section of the map. And the drill that was here, we put a gigantic hole that became the sinkhole, and you actually have to go underground for that section, so kind of changing up the little pacing a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting. And here is I'm going to start calling this Barrel Valley, because there's lots of barrels. There we go. And exploding egg pods. Oh man, I should have waited till they got into range. I don't want to kill myself though. Ah. There we go. Boom. Okay. I think I shoot all the barrels. Can't help it. Drill site worker, did Dr. Hadley send you to help us? I've been trying to reroute power to the pump stations, but it keeps knocking me out of the system. We need an administrator access key. You don't happen to have one, do you? Okay, stay safe out there. I'm just gonna, you know, casually hold this shotgun. Hey, don't point that at me, you dumb kid. As Radar O'Reilly used to say. Boom. Yes, I did. I watched MASH growing up. Very fond of that show. My entire family is. Okay, let me grab that. Here is the ComsNet tower. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost shot you, sir. ComsNet is down. Next command.
Reloading.
He looks like he's broken or stuck in a loop. All right, turned on the tower. Is that Dr. Hadley? Your signal is nowhere on the surface map. I wonder if... Alright, I have an idea. There's still 2 more active drill sites. If you can get a fresh battery for each one, I can use the signal's triangulator position. Alrighty then. And that is, once we do that, it actually unlocks this bridge here for us to go across. And that was one of the other things is, you know, first time that people play this, it's like, hey, I feel like I can go anywhere and stuff, but people were kind of getting lost. And we were like, well, that's kind of a problem. So we had to kind of break, you know, the exploration up into chunks. So you can unlock them as you go, and then once it's unlocked, then you can kind of go back and forth in between them. And that was the Site 2 ruins. The sinkhole, there used to be a drill there, and then it completely collapsed due to seismic activity.
Target destroyed. Reloading.
Now, I don't have any batteries yet, so we'll have to go find one. That plasma blast is really good for dealing with those enemies. And something to note too is that with the difficulty, their health, the enemy health does not scale with the difficulty, but their damage does. So you dish out a lot of damage, and so do they. Joe operator is saying, "What are you doing here? It's not safe. I fought off a couple of those monsters with my bare hands and a crowbar." But then the ground started shaking something fierce that came after us. I jumped across the boxes over there and opened up an emergency supply crate. I'm gonna stay and reboot power to the sector. If you need the emergency battery, help yourself. Ooh! But how do we get it? It's in that crate. I see it. It's because it's got a yellow diamond now. Ooh, what's this? Use screen. Oh, we saw this in the prison. That's how we can get it up. I've done that before. So this is a little mini puzzle here. Easy enough solution, but
Reloading.
that is one way to get a battery. Kind of curious to see how much damage these guys do. Ooh, man, that hurt really bad. Yeah, I need to keep running. Oh, wow. Get out of here. He completely flew. Not only does the plasma blast deal a lot of damage, it just it sends him flying. Alright. So those elite enemies, those baddest enemies, hurt really bad.
Reloading.
This one's gonna be kinda hard, I think, so. Alright, here we go.
Target destroyed.
I feel like this is the hardest one. It's a tie between this one and the one down below. There's only 3 drills you have to do. There used to be like 4 or 5 back in the day, and you're like, that's too much. Ooh. I will take a burst rocket launcher. Yes, please. It's hard to stay inside of the circle here when you get completely surrounded. And a lot of the some of the skills do require you to press that button again, so you can aim them. So like this is the preview, and then you press it again. That's where it's gonna fire. So you get to kind of commit to it. Some of them are kind of fire and forget, like this skill here. And when I use the speed stem, that's just kind of a fire and forget. Every class has a couple of those skills, and then some of them you do have to aim this skill or use a little bit more precision. I would say the hardest class to play is probably I know for me it's either the assassin or the juggernaut. Everybody has their kind of favorite class on the QA and dev team. Ooh, no. Oh, wow. Okay, use that speed stem. Come on. No. Oh, I almost had it. Damn. It's so close to being done. Okay, so that's the... So twice now I've died? Or three times? It's 3 times I've died so far, I think. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD.
Target destroyed.
The dodge ability, that's for every character. And you do need to use that to stay alive. To get out of the way of a lot of these attacks. I'm going to die again. I need to get in here very quickly. Come on. There we go. Alright, one more drill live. That's the last one the Comsnet can get a final fix on her position with. Alright. It's like the cooldown, recharge, or flash for the assault harness skill got frozen when I died. Or maybe that was the cutscene. Gordon Anderson's mission, or message. Well, cousin, this planet is a total wash. We'll be zeroed in by the time you get this, close to it. I know last time I was all over the place, nobody knew what was going on. Well, now we do. At least here on Site 1 we do. Quakes and the bugs are connected. There's a whole massive amount of caves underground and under the surface. That's where they live. Hadley went down there with a few bots to check it out. If you just take out the queen... That must have been Gordon. What's cool is from this view, you can actually see a little bit inside of the cave down there. Just barely. For now. Ooh, greens. Let's see. What is that? I do have that green burst rocket line. Let's see. Okay, Aztec Duende V5. It's got a Predator perk on it. Deals bonus damage to aliens. I think everything on this planet is bugs and beasts, so probably not as effective, but it is a grenade launcher, so. What did that other gun have on it? What did this other burst? Was that extra damage? Yes, extra damage. Okay. Alright, that's a hard choice. Yeah, I'll keep the rocket launcher for now. If it does extra damage, that's fine. So there is a loot system. So there's higher quality weapons that will drop from enemies. There's no level requirement for weapons, other than that you reaching a certain threshold for them to start dropping. So I believe currently these uncommon weapons, the green ones, those will start dropping at 7, 8, something like that. Obviously we're still getting some commons in there as well. Just kind of the regular weapon drops. Those do not have any perks, but uncommon and up have a chance to roll with one. And that is something that we were looking forward to testing with. Actually here very recently is what happens, you know, when the uncommon has a chance, or instead of a chance to... What's he doing back there? Instead of having a chance to roll with a perk or not, it'll always roll with at least one, and then from that point on, you know, rare weapons, legendary weapons, those will have more perks potentially attached to them. So fortunately mine rolled with one of the perks. Okay, so we fell into that sinkhole at Site 2. Got these nasty bats here, and ooh, more grubs. What are you doing up there, sir? Come down from there. You're not supposed to be up there. So, in the underground now. Ooh, that slowed me down. The attacks for the Shriekers, as we call them, those kind of bat-like creatures, they have a projectile that they shoot, and also these kind of sonic shockwaves that will slow you down. It's like, well, why would they do that? And you kind of figure out really quickly when you're trying to run away from the exploding grubs. That becomes a problem very quickly. So you don't want to get slowed down. You got to kill them quick. That's something unique to the Titus Underground. So you won't see as many as some of the other creatures, but you will see a lot of those shriekers and grubs. And things that growl at me like that.
Suppressing fire.
Oh, there's another one. Ooh, does that do bug damage? I actually might need that.
Target destroyed.
I might need that. Let's see. The Exterminator. Yeah, there we go. From our friends at Chutka, the Bear Collective. Alright. What is this one? That one does not have a perk. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Some of the uncommons currently in the build do not have, in the live version of the game, do not have perks. So that's something we are trying to look into, see if we can, you know, have them spawn with at least one and see how that goes. This one, support plus. So anytime you see something with a plus next to it, means it's applying a bonus to your character stats. And you can see that on, if I use the bumper here, this is the character screen for your character stats and what we call the flyout menu. So if I look at the bottom, you can see that same icon. It says support bonus. Every time you level up, those numbers will increase. So right now I have offensive bonus for any of the skills in the offensive category. The first column on the left side of my skill screen. So any of these three, that's offensive. Those are, the efficiency is multiplied, mainly just damage, by 3 1/4. And the special is also 3 1/4, right? Which is this category here, up and down. But the one in the middle, these are my support skills. And notice that it says support bonus 3.75. And that is because this Nazuna Suzaku Type 3 Uncommon Light Machine Gun is giving me a bonus to that support section. So I am getting a little bit of a buff to my speed stim here. We can also upgrade this. That's a good time to do that. I'm also going to do, let's do that one as well. Wrong button. So next upgrade, we get 50 plus 50% fire rate and plus 20% damage. That'll be nice. So yeah, once I use this, actually might move a little bit faster, and it lasts a little bit longer.
Target destroyed.
So depending on which category a skill is in, it has different properties for how it scales up. So a lot of them that deal damage, that's what's being scaled at when you just naturally level up. So when I get to level 10 here, you know, any of my offensive skills will do. Oh, that bug just flew. Any of my offensive skills will do a lot more damage, because that number will go up to 3.5 instead of 3 1/4. I think it goes up by 0.25 every time, so 25%, or
Target destroyed.
quarter of a point. So I can't talk and have things shooting me. Get out of here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, that's support plus. It applies it to these here, and then so my plasma blast, which is a special, so it's taking a 3 1/4 multiplier for the damage. What's this one here? Okay, there's a shot. Okay, so that's the same type of shotgun, type 2. So this is better damage-wise. 750 to 240 RPM, as opposed to 563. So it is technically a better shotgun, but it does not have a perk.
Target destroyed.
And we actually have quite a few perks now, and it's fun finding perks that will kind of fit with the build you're trying to create with any given character. So the other day playing on the stream, you know, I really like the, you know, popping the skill here for the speed stem,
Suppressing fire.
and using either this one and barrage at the same time.
Target destroyed.
But finding a perk that increases my speed even more,
Reloading.
the agility perk, that was very fun to use because I was zipping around the map. So you might find things that will work for your play style. And, you know, try out new ones and see what they do. I'm going to show you all a secret over here. Can you help us? There's actually people under here. We've been trapped here without food or water for 2 days. If only we could make it back to the HQ. We would get back to civilization, sort of. Okay, so that does alien damage. High-powered sniper. Auto Kalashnikov. So this one actually looks like it does. Yeah, the slug icon, slug is slows enemies on hit. They actually might be useful for some of the spiders, especially the badass or elite ones that have they're kind of gold and they have the skull above their head. When those get angry, you'll know because they'll start sprinting at you. So that actually might be a good option against them. So let's see. These do not have one. I'm gonna roll. We might as well take this one. And see how that works with the spiders, because I feel like we're gonna need it later in the boss fight. Hey, how you doing? Just kind of chilling, looking at the fire here. Thanks for the loot. See you later. Hope somebody saves you. It's not me. All right, let's go over here. You see that? Oh, that sluggish is really working. It does wear off after a little while.
Reloading.
But you can slow an enemy down quite a bit. SMG. Oh, what's that one? Just threw the other one out of the way. Predator. Okay, bonus damage to aliens. That probably does a lot more damage than this one does, but I want to keep this one just because I want to slow down those spiders that will show up here in a little bit. What are you doing up there, sir? You gonna come down? No, probably not. So now if you try to slow me down, I'm just gonna be at normal speed.
Reloading.
I've already thought this through. Can I hit him from this angle? He's too high above the ground. Sometimes the nav mesh gets it's drawn on weird places like that. We've had to get rid of so many of those little problem areas. You fix a whole bunch and then it's like, there's another one.
Target destroyed.
Pistol, that does damage to bots, it looks like. It's not really useful on this particular level, but you can fire pretty fast with it. There's some of these egg. Okay, now here's, if you're paying attention earlier, inside of the HQ, you might have seen a hologram of one of these here. Oh, it's gonna blow up. I got too close. But that's what they were looking at on the hologram table, was studying these egg sacs. So that is a big part of the underground story of Titus. And I gotta fight the Brood Watcher and not get hit by these eggs. Oh god. Whoa. Oh, that hurts. That hurts really bad. Everything's trying to kill me. You can fire your weapons while you're using the assault harness skill for the Stryker.
Reloading.
Sometimes I'll try to find something that does either a lot of damage, has range, or has a fast fire rate to kind of complement it with. So, like, I can keep firing with that while I'm reloading. There we go. I'm gonna skirt around it a little bit. See if I hit it, it hurts really. Or if it hits me, excuse me. Does a lot of damage. This room you do have to be careful about. standing up against the wall, because this will happen. And they will get launched all over the place. Oh, I leveled up. There we go.
Reloading.
Silly brood watcher.
Reloading. Target destroyed.
That's okay. It was doing its job protecting the nest. But it was standing in our way and it had a battery, so it had to die. What is this one over here? Okay, it doesn't have any perks on it. Corporal Tyke, come to think of it, Hallie did mention something about resonance from one of her reports. Not much we can do about it right now. Let's get that drill back online so we can hopefully triangulate Dr. Hadley's position. Because all of those drills connecting the network together gives us kind of a little complete picture, seismic picture, what's going on. Alright. Let's go ahead and go outside. Excuse me. The only good bug is a dead bug. So we're gonna squish all of them. There we go. Also, that's something new for this most recent update is the credits will fly towards you. Because they're detected in a larger radius. Excuse me, I can't talk. They're detected in a larger radius, so you don't have to get as close to them now as if you see them, and you can kind of walk away and they'll just come to you. Also, and this is not new, but if you want to come back and talk to some of the NPCs, or there's some chests, caches you want to find, you can come back to the HQ here. And some of the NPCs will have different dialogue. There's some people over here we did not talk to. And notice that there's a cache over there back behind this generator. Little hidden secret there. There is not a use for the credits in the campaign yet. That's coming at a later time. It is have use in the hollow chamber, where you can use it on a kiosk to buy upgrades or to kind of target farm certain types of weapons. Increase your floor, buy health, ammo, things like that. So after we came out of the sinkhole, we have another battery, right? So that means we can do the other drill. So we've kind of come in a full loop here. You can see on our map there's the diamond. There's two of them actually. There's actually one more battery down here. I don't know if we'll be able to... Oh, okay, there we go. You can see it down below. That's one of the batteries. But I'm actually going to start this drill here. Oh yeah, look at that sluggish is working perfectly. Doesn't last too long, but just enough to where I can do that. See ya. Alright, this one's gonna be a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Suppressing fire.
This one actually, I lied. I think it might be this one that's really hard. Because you can get kind of bombarded from all sides, and your back is literally up against the wall. Okay, here comes the next wave. Here, give me that ammo. Yeah, I'll take that. Power weapons for the win. I'm about to run out here. Oh, give me that health. There we go. That's right. You slow down. Yeah. That's not a bad combo. Yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna keep firing. Alright, that's the last of the drills. Let's see what we can do to triangulate. Come in. Things are getting... Oh, best way to get in there is through the old mining expansion. You can scratch one more battery, you can blast it open. Find the signal source. Yep, drill's offline. Sure, we keep a backup battery in case of emergency supplies. Nope, I used the emergency supplies a couple days back. But yeah, you could try the supply storage or Site 1. They're both north of here. Sorry, sir. I was actually trying to press A, and I shot my weapon at you. That was just to keep you on your toes. Alright. So that last battery that was in the other side, the ravine over here, we can go and grab that, and then we are good to go. We can go to the next level. I do have 2 points here that I can use. Let's see, which one did I not upgrade? Or no, I did both. I did both. If I get 1 more point, then I can upgrade one of these to level 3 and max it out, which will be nice. You can do that earlier on if you put all of your points into one of the skills early, but then you kind of miss out on having multiple skills. So, but that's a choice that you can make while you're playing the game. I really like this crystal gorge here that Ben did. And the awesome art in this map. Pretty much almost everything in this level was created by hand from scratch, from one of our artists, the artist himself, Brandon, Mr. B Mikes. Oh, I hear bugs back there. I don't see them though. They're there. Boom, you're dead. This was actually one of the very first levels that was officially put in the game. There were other levels and test maps and things like that, but this was the first official level, and the layout overall has changed a little bit, but we've gone through and added, more details and art and interactive elements and things like that. But things like this. But original map design was by Brandon. Mr. B Mikes. It's kind of a vertical slice, I guess, for the game to see what direction we wanted to go in. Oh man, this doesn't have a perk, does it? No. I do like wolf weapons. That's mainly because I like the logo. But it just has a cool sound to it. I'm gonna keep this one though, just because I really like that sluggish perk on there. We can slow down some of the melee enemies, like these guys. All right. Oh, there's a bot. And you'll notice that throughout the campaign, if you pay attention to the environment while you're going through it, there's lots of hidden stuff. Or I guess some of it's hidden, some of it's more subtle. So, for example, they're talking about Dr. Hadley went down into the caverns with some bots. There's one of those bots, but he's not living anymore. So, just like with the prison, the lockjaw mining facility, and the cell blocks, there's lots of environmental storytelling here as well.
Reloading.
Boom. See, they were kind of mining crystals here too, different type, and doing research. Oh, and he's very broken. That looks more recent than some of these other ones. He's partially dead, or newly dead. He's not fully dead. He might need a pill from Miracle Max. That was a reference to Princess Bride, in case anybody didn't pick that up. And if you were saying, what is that? Then I'm not going to explain it to you. It's probably before your time. That's all that means. Oh, there's a couple of things I can get there.
Target destroyed. Target
Boom.
destroyed.
Can I get him from there? Maybe. He's 2 up on the wall. Let's see. Yeah, he's too high up there. If I had the barrage skill, I might be able to hit him from there. See, that does not have any perks on it. I think there's a chest down here, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, there we go. Okay, no perk. No perk. Damn. What about this one? Oh. I want to look at weapons in peace. I can't do it.
Target destroyed.
No, I just blew up all of those. Shit.
Suppressing fire. Reloading.
Okay, so I didn't have one either. Minigun. If you haven't tried out the minigun, it's actually quite fun. It's just a steady stream of bullets. This actually kind of pairs well with the assault harness. I'm gonna keep this one just because it has that perk. And let's go to the next area here. Trapped. The Queen's Nest. Gonna have to fight somebody big in here. First name Spider, last name Queen. Oh, see, there's another one of those dead bots. That's not a good sign. And there she is. Ready to mess up our day. More like I'm about ready to mess up her day. Alright, here we go. Might be able to slow her a little bit with my assault rifle here, but it doesn't matter. She can still get me over. Oh my god. Whoa. That's a lot of bugs. That's a lot of baby spiders. Grublings. What is this? No, okay. Another assault rifle. It looks like a wolf one. I don't think it had any perks on it though. How about this one? Ow, that hurt. That does more damage. Same thing, I'm gonna stick. Oh, it just keeps dropping more and more. What is this one? Nothing? That is a lot of damage though. I'm gonna use my speed stim here. Ooh. Glad I have that. Oh my god. She is very aggressive towards the end of the fight here. Keeps adding more and more and more adds. Oh my god. I gotta keep dodging. Oh, there we go. I have played this a couple times too, so.
Reloading.
That's why she kind of went down pretty quickly. Now, if you know what you're doing, you've played this before, it's not as challenging to figure out what the boss mechanics are in the phases. But if I didn't have that speed stem, I'd probably be up shit creek. Okay, that's the older one. I don't care about that. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting too. I'm gonna leave that one there. Does that also do burst? Okay, that's cool. Flamethrower. Okay, nothing. So, this flamethrower deals bonus damage to beasts, which is actually great for the next level. And then this incendiary, enemies catch fire on hit. That's going to be a nice combo when we get to that level. And Otarion in the jungles. But after you beat the boss here, this is actually new for this update. Mysterious chamber. It's like, ooh, what is that? There's a hum to it. If you get close to it and zoom in, you can hear it humming. There's Dr. Hadley. Oh, I'm glad to see you made down here all right. And how you dealt with the Spider Queen? Sanders will definitely be pleased. He goes on and on about his tactical disadvantage, and I tell him, robots, we have robots. Of course, come to think of it, ones I took down here weren't exactly frontline combat material like you were. Oh, I'm Dr. Hadley, by the way. Yeah, you might want to introduce yourself, right? Thanks for the rescue. No time to introductions. Oh, okay. For right now, though, let's get this, whatever it is, and head back to the station. So, I guess I'll pick it up. Object obtained. Oh, this is exciting. I can't wait to get a closer look at it. So that's why she was down here. Maybe that's why the Spider Queen was going all nuts. Was it this causing all the seismic activity, or was it the bugs, or both? We're gonna go back to the ship, though. The station. Okay, we're back. Oh, the guards are gone. So this is one of those elements where we talked about earlier when the NPCs will actually change their schedules too. So you'll see people in different areas. So Mr. Ormani's here. Mr. Josh Ormani's. Great work with Dr. Hadley down in Titus. I'm actually waiting for someone right now, though, so you can always check in with Lieutenant Anwar. So they know that I went to Titus. And here's a conversation with the guys looking at the hall chamber. Here's Rufus again. Hall chamber is still down for maintenance. I'm sorry. Oh, so when it's the Mercs, you're sorry. In fact, I came in third in the all-virtual bowmanship for showmanship semifinals. So Sonic Wave crossbows are basically my livelihood. I'm sure the commander would be interested to hear. I don't think he'd be interested in hearing you. Think you don't get paid high enough, so I butchered that line, I'm sorry. Look, there's no need to bring Draven into this. My beef is with you, Rufus. You're always like this. Why are you being nice to the random people that showed up out of nowhere through the gate, the slip gate? When you won't let me do anything? Oh, there's Anwar, and some of the people here have been moved around. So Brandon's here. Patrick McKern is now in this section. I don't think we talked to him earlier. Probably should say any more about it. Yeah, he was at Lockjaw. A lot of this at the station were. This conversation, too, is interesting if you read between the lines. Because it's dangerous training, you and I have been friends for what, 10 years now? Digging up old redacted files is getting you demoted to water purification on Titus. Hey, that's mean. I saw the guys working down on water purification. So I should just ignore what I found? Jen, hundreds of people died on the outer colonies, maybe more. And decrypted files aren't going to bring them back. Interesting. And it looks like Deborah was trying to talk to them. Is like, I'm not going to bother. Not going to bother. So there's some people that have moved around here on the in the archives here. Trooper Uste. Well met, mercenary. Gratitude for your rescue of the Dr. Hadley. Tongues wag of late regarding a meeting between you and Lord Draven and Baron Kaloon. You have encountered Kaloon goblins, have you not? I'm probably butchering the way that Ben intended that to be pronounced. The Kaloon goblins, have you not? They were weaponized during the Wicked Lordship, a dark chapter of the Empire's past. The House Kaloon designs many such tools of devastation. Lord Draven has given assurance and assistance that Kaloon is merely financial, but dealings with the Baron cause me great concern. He does not serve the crown with honor. But I shall burden you no further with my troubles. Safe travels and good hunting, mercenary. Sorry, it's getting a little late at night and I have a hard time reading. So this is actually, anytime you see one of these troopers and Dr. Hadley, those are the Azrenin alien race. And that's also the same species as the assassins. If you play the assassin character, they're all the same species. Here's another elite Azrenin trooper. Hey, yet again, hirelings arrive to buzz in the ears of their betters and crawl about the station. Lab entry has been granted on Lord Graven's command. Your utility is proven, though not your merit. Now remove your face from sight. I shall break no further words with you. Yeah, some people like you, some people don't. What is cool is that we have built in some logic, so depending on who you talk to and what character class you're playing as, you might get different dialogue as well. So, and also notice that we've unlocked the laboratory, Dr. Hadley's lab. So this was previously inaccessible, but because we saved her and brought her back, she's got her lab open again. And there's the artifact. You can hear it. It's a certain hum to it. And here's Dr. Hadley. Now, her icon is blurred out, and one of the reasons for that is we don't have an official character model for her yet. So once that gets in, we're going to update her character model in-game, and we're going to update her icon here. So that's why it looks like that. So we decided, hey, you can go ahead and talk to her, but officially, you know, that's why she's facing a little bit that way. Because I am a terrible artist, and you know, doing characters, that's something we've had to outsource quite a bit for the hero characters, things like that. So I'm gonna read that all again in case you didn't see it. Glad you made it back to the station. I've got the containment for the artifact we found on Titus set up over there, if you'd like to see it for itself. Yes, I didn't really know we got an opportunity to go over all this when we were in the crevasse in the Spider Queen's nest. But rest assured, we will get around to it eventually. Right now, I'm a complete wreck. I'm going to have an entire grapefruit and then just curl up and pass out until at least tomorrow morning. Now, if you excuse me, I have a few last reports to file for Draven. We'll have a proper talk soon, I promise. But that second glass of orange juice is starting to kick in, so bye for now. So, if you didn't understand that last part, orange juice to the Azrena people is like, you know, alcohol to us, so that's why she said that. The orange juice is kicking in. Citrus has a different effect. Oh, here's the caustic bot. He has jokes to tell you. Have you run into any of those nope nades I mentioned? They really can blow your mission. Would you consider rating your amusement level for my new joke? I am planning a complete routine with the highest rated ones. That joke totally blows, Mr. Cossack. No, that's pretty funny. It's definitely a dad joke. I don't know if a robot could understand a dad joke. He told one though, so guess that was what counts. So I'm actually just gonna stop the stream here in just a second. I do want to show you the next mission that just opened up. So after we talked to Dr. Hadley, we now have access to Oterion, agricultural and research colony, sudden catastrophic population loss due to native fauna. This map has bugs, beasts, and aliens on it. So that's a good use for our flamethrower that we picked up earlier. That'll do damage. Actually, what? Let me look exactly what we had. Make sure it's right. Okay, yeah. So we had the burst rifle, the Kadri burst rifle with incendiary, and then hunter. That's what it was. I thought it was predator, but it is. This does extra damage to beasts, so that's actually quite useful for this planet because there's a lot of beasts on Oterion. So we're gonna save this one for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. So thank you all for joining us tonight. Went through a first part of the campaign here. We'll do this planet next time and then show you kind of a run through of the first level of Rygar, hopefully maybe in stream number 3 potentially. And then after that, we'll probably get to Hollow Chamber. I was going to do Hollow Chamber tonight, but we just go ahead and just run through these missions in the campaign. So thanks for watching. If you want to check out the game, look us up on Steam, Solar Purge. And if you want to join the Discord, discord.gg/Solar Purge. It is on sale on the Humble Store until October 12th. So you've got a couple more days if you want to pick that up on sale at a discount. So, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here for tonight. Y'all enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.